something about being willing to relinquish the need for credit is is like so huge. I think it's probably one of the big secrets to being able to accomplish really big things. I
Yeah.
feel like you can probably do anything if you don't need the credit for it. Because it's just this mindset of pure service. It's just pure lens out. Like you don't care what you get in exchange.
Yeah.
You don't need to receive the credit. You're doing it purely because of what you're looking at. I was talking to my mom earlier about her potential like coaching career, helping people with their dogs. And she was like, if I can make life better for that dog, that's all the reward that I need.
Mm.
That would just make her so happy to help dogs. She doesn't care about the owners, but she
Yeah,
just
I
wants
know.
life to be better for all dogs. So like that is like the correct stance. And obviously she won't receive the credit for that because the dog doesn't know, you know.
Right.
But that's like the ultimate mindset. I wanted to check something with you. I'm wondering, do you know about the eight beatitudes?
I definitely know that I have read them and I've heard them before. I don't know them by heart. It's been a while.
I don't know what it is about them. I feel like they're probably some of the most powerful words ever written, but I don't really know why because I don't really understand them. Like I have kind of a general sense about them, but I can just feel the frequency of them. And it's unlike almost anything else. Like the power I feel from these words, like every time I read them, I get like full body chills. I feel it all the way up my spine, and it's like super potent. Um, and it's like it makes me almost want to cry, which doesn't make so much logical sense to me because like I said, I don't really feel like I understand the full depth of them.
Hmm.
So I'm wondering if if I read these words to you, if you can tap into the frequency of them.
Okay.
Okay. Should I do all of them or should I just read one at a time?
Do one at a time.
Okay. You ready?
Hmm.
Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, it's like a doorway that has like an arch, almost the shape of like a fat flower petal.
Hmm. So I've been wondering about this for a while, but like what exactly is meant by being poor in spirit?
This is so weird. I feel like when you feel like you have to burp, but you can't burp?
Yeah.
I get that a lot because I actually am very bad at burping. I need to go ask like Jonathan to pat my back or something if I have to burp. It and I know exactly where it's coming from. It's from me stopping myself from saying it.
Say it, say it, say it, say it, say it. What wants to be said?
Poor in spirit is specifically to do with being nothing.
Hmm.
Poor, what people ascribe as spirit is around the idea that they are somebody, that they are something, that they have something.
Yeah.
To be poor in spirit is to be stripped back down to bare. Nobody, nothing.
Hmm.
For then you're only the light. And when you are the light, that is what is going to be able to be allowed back into the gates of heaven.
Right. No pride, no entitlement, which means also no shame, no identity.
Hmm. Poor in the sense of like others might pity them for thinking that they have no identity.
Mhm.
It seems or feels ungrounded because the reality that they're grounded in is not the same that everyone else is in.
Yeah,
Kind of like Jesus had so many haters because people didn't get how he could be the way he was, and he had to have something bad going on around him in order to be the way he was. Because why would somebody ever be the way that he was?
right. Anything else you're picking up about that? Should we do the next one?
I think that's about it.
Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted.
This one's like purpley colored, kind of like a mauve color,
Yeah.
and it's got like a V shape going down with kind of like motion
Hmm.
moving in, but it's like not closed off at the bottom. It's like you know those sand timers and you can flip them one way or flip them the other way. When you flip it, that just has the tiniest bit trickling down through the bottom.
Hmm. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm sensing that as like the sensation of the comfort when you're just so present with watching this sand slowly reach and pile into the bottom.
What is it about mourning that is blessed?
Reverence.
Hmm.
I'm trying to ask too many questions, so I can't hear it. What is reverence? I don't know. Reverence, it's around the passage of time and the continual shifts and changes and growth. I'm seeing it as very similar of the river, but it's not a river. It's like a field with grass blowing all one way through
Hmm.
and past as they just kind of pass. And it's reverence of the journey of everything that comes to pass.
That makes sense.
Reverence is like to look up to. What is that?
You don't know what reverence means?
Is it to look up to somebody? Like,
I mean, yeah, but more sort of with a sense of, I would say somewhere between respect and awe.
oh, okay.
It's
I thought
it's
it,
like it's like you're in reverence of something that's sacred.
okay. That makes way more sense then
Yeah.
as to what the mourning is regarding reverence of all things that pass.
Yeah, it's basically the whole question of impermanence,
The key to allowing it to pass, the key is allowing it to pass.
right?
I don't know
S-
what you said about impermanence, but I'm just
I'm
hearing that the key is to allow it to pass. You cannot mourn or revere what has passed if you don't allow it to pass.
right. So this would be kind of the distinction between like a sacred allowance of time of like a sacred mourning versus like pathological grief.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of how I'm reading it.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else about that?
No.
Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth.
This is the one that I said Jordan Peterson did a video on.
Yep.
This is so weird. I feel like every time I have a thought, I'm cutting off anything else from coming in, and I'm having a lot of thoughts and questions.
Okay.
And the
Please.
thought that keeps coming in is that I think it's the interference because I integrated that video of what he said so deeply that I don't
Hmm.
know if what I'm going to say is going to be colored by that.
Don't worry about it. Just say whatever comes out. So just look at it and then just kind of take a step back. Just step out of the way of it.
Those who are not the ones to be forceful,
Hmm.
I'm seeing it like as a this versus this
Mm,
in energy and motion. Like
hmm
this, which is pushing, forcing your way forward like a bull, versus this. Oh, that's so weird. This is reminding me of the parting of the sea
mm.
as the energetics of Meek.
I just felt some kind of vibration from that. Um, yeah, that would like literally parting the sea, that whole thing would have required such a huge level of faith and like totally stepping out of the way and not because that would be impossible to do out of your own power, right? So
Yeah,
in that sense would require a whole lot of meekness to allow that the holy power to flow through.
I think it's just to channel. That is the meekness, is channeling, opening the channel, allowing the channel to be.
You know, just being in that state of surrender.
And you'll receive anything
Yeah.
and everything.
So
Everything, all of the seeds, like all of the seeds that grow new,
mhm.
the nourishment and the cycle can contain itself, but it's the place to plant the seeds.
Wait, what is the place to plant the seeds?
The meek,
So through being meek, you plant seeds?
you are the vessel for the seeds to be planted within and through.
Oh, so like seeds from heaven being planted in the earth through you.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm, got it.
It's kind of like creation,
Yeah.
um, or like a bunny that leaves droppings as it goes by, but each dropping is like can become anything that the bunny had desired. And it wasn't even really the bunny's desire, but the bunny's will to open himself up to this.
So what's the inheriting of the earth all about?
That, the
Hmm.
seeds.
Yeah. It's so interesting how there's such it's such an interesting juxtaposition of usually when you think of an inheritance is something that's yours that you own, but it's like in order to receive the inheritance, you have to totally let go of ownership and your own power.
Because it's not, it is through you.
Yeah.
And it's not even about like the actual earth. It's not about the
hmm
world like that. It's the energetic seed that is planted through it.
hmm Cool.
That is different from the energy of somebody who may be embodying this, may
hmm
plant a seed in which somebody who does this tries to take it. And
hmm
then there's the whole 3D thing that goes on with that whole thing.
hmm
But this is just about not that.
I'm seeing it just as being open, surrendered, like in like a humility of like there's some connection with what we were just talking about not wanting to receive credit and just letting things flow through you.
Yeah,
Anything else coming through on that?
no, just the seeds
Okay.
and that
Well,
the different energy motions.
got it. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied.
Mm. It's like a sort of like a table, like two of these crosses over top of each other that create like a table,
Okay.
being fueled and nourished through Righteousness, as in, I'm seeing it as like green box with some lines beside it, but it's the same way that I would see it when in the book talking about right action. Would you kill your neighbor if it was the right action? I would.
Hmm. It's about like obedience. It's about the surrender to divine will.
And that would be the nourishment in which the person receives. I don't really understand that. I guess this is so weird because I'm trying to understand it as I'm trying to say it. So I'm trying to say it in a way that I would understand, but that's changing it because it's just a visual.
Can you just say it in a way that you don't understand it?
Well, it's just a visual, so it's like harder to say it. Like that's why I'm using like energy movements and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, it's like a green and a pink line beneath with like sort of this shape. Wait, that shape up over here.
Hmm.
But the hunger and then the thirst.
It's interesting that those are separate.
Right action is right here. Well, they're not. They're two on the same line. It's just they
Yeah.
look green and pink, but I think they're together.
Hmm.
Kind of like how a shadow,
Hmm.
it's all cast from the same thing, but it's just of being. It's seeking to do what it is of divine will.
Hmm.
Right action is what it transcends past any dualistic or moralistic way of being,
Yeah.
which is why it is divine will.
Yeah.
When you look at something like Noah's Ark, it would be easy, perhaps, to look at it with the eyes that it was wrong, or it was cruel, or it was this, or it was that. But really, all it was right action and right action being taken and followed through Noah, who was sustained through doing that. Like, he was sustained, I don't know, he was fucking sustained. He was sustained
Sustained.
because of
Yeah.
this. I'm like seeing a judge, like, I think because now this is like, it's so weird. I can like see my own mind putting other images around, and I'm like,
Hmm.
it's sustained. So, like, I
No,
don't think
it's su
that's
su
from me though.
sustained as in sustenance.
Oh, I'm seeing it as a judge. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. No.
Yeah,
So blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. So they shall be sustained. I think that's the connection. Their hunger will be sustained, right?
they'll never go without.
Mm,
They'll never go without, and they'll never be in a loss,
yeah.
at a loss.
Lack. They won't experience lack.
No,
No.
they'll
Okay.
experience lack, but they'll never be at a loss.
Okay.
Lack is purely perceptual.
Right.
Anybody could ascribe that anybody is experiencing a lack.
Sure.
The child could die, or they could run out of physical food, but they'll never be at a loss. The
Hmm.
path will always be paved ahead for them.
So I'd never fully made this connection before, but I'm thinking this is basically saying the same thing as seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Yeah, probably.
Again, that righteousness, like seek first righteousness, like to be in accordance with divine will, which means you're in harmony with the laws of the universe. So it's like, of course, that path would be laid out for you. You're in alignment. You're in harmony with the Tao.
Yeah,
Um,
that would make sense.
you're in harmony with the forces of nature, which sustains itself. Um,
I still don't really know what you mean by it sustains itself. Like it's like a
like
terrarium,
look at nature,
an
like a
enclosed terrarium.
look at an ecosystem. It sustains itself.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, it's all in harmony with itself.
right.
And it
It's
feeds itself. Yeah.
so weird because I'm like can start d discerning when is my own mind interjecting with stuff. And
Yeah.
it's quite difficult because I'm like, oh, I thought I was really good at quieting my mind. Nope.
Mhm. But it's great that you can even make the separation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
then try to quiet it more.
yeah, that's like way better than what I can do. I have a very hard time even distinguishing my own thoughts at all. So, um,
At least you have thoughts.
fair enough. Okay, I think we got that one.
Okay.
We got a few more. Um,
How many more? Five?
um, four.
Okay.
Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy.
It's weird because it looks like an anchor.
Okay, an anchor.
Something about giving.
Yeah.
There's something about giving. There's a field on
Hmm.
the farther side over here. To be giving is to receive.
Yeah.
What?
That makes A Course in Miracles talks about this, how what you share, you strengthen. Like even talking about money and like how everything is an idea. Like fundamentally everything is an idea in manifestation. So just like when you share an idea with someone, you strengthen it. You don't lose the idea because you share it with someone. It becomes strengthened. So like everything is like that. Whatever you give, you strengthen. You add momentum
Hmm.
to. But that's like the golden rule, right? Like treat others the way you want to be treated.
What does that have to do with mercy?
You receive just what you said. You What you give is what you get.
I know I said something about receiving.
Well, yeah, what you give is what you receive. The energy that
Oh,
you
is that what I said?
broadcast, I think so.
Oh, okay.
Like whatever energy you're channeling through you is what's gonna bounce back at you, right?
Is that, but what is that? What isn't mercy to like have pity on somebody though?
Not have pity,
To have forgiveness in your heart.
something like that. Um, okay, so if we look at the frequency of this statement, blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Can you look deeper into mercy? What is the divine definition of mercy?
What you give, you will receive. It's a two, it's like a loop.
Yeah.
Mercy is just like a loop.
So I feel that would be true about anything. Like if you make it into the opposite, like um if you are vengeful or whatever, then you will receive vengeance. That would also be a loop. Um,
This is from like a, I think I'm sensing it from like the service led just giving and the receiving just comes back. All of these so far seem like they're saying the same thing when I'm tuning into it.
well, not really. You've been saying different things so far.
Oh, okay.
The first one is about identity, about being nothing. poor in spirit, no pride, no ego. So you're
Okay.
so you're pure light, is what you said.
Okay.
Mourning was about the passage of time, the reverence for the passage of the coming and going of all things,
Okay.
the birth and death of all things. Um,
And
blessed,
acceptance of.
yeah, blessed are the meek. So that was about being open in surrender. So seeds get planted through you because you're this open structure for heaven to become manifested on earth. Yes?
Right. Yes. Okay, those are all very different. Never mind. I don't know why I think
Yeah.
I'm feeling weirded out because this is weird. It's trippy for me.
But also fun, right?
It's also fun and exciting. I feel like it's playful.
Yeah,
And it's as soon as I'm adding anything else to it that I'm like, ah, I don't know.
right. So so blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Like that makes sense. Like it is this loop. It's like what you give, you get back. One of the most like well-known like universal laws of like giving and receiving and all of that. Um, but I'm still curious specifically about why they have chosen the word mercy. What is it about mercy that is particularly blessed?
It's the richest path.
Hmm.
Like to give and to receive with nothing in your heart.
Hmm.
Like an empty heart posture.
So is that what mercy is about? Because, when you think about the word mercy, you think about, somebody who like
Is
is about
begging
to
for something to be stopped.
or to be saved. I'm thinking of like let's say somebody's going to be executed or something and they're like, please have mercy on me,
Yeah,
save
that's what I'm
me.
thinking. Like,
Yeah,
please don't.
please
It's in
don't.
like dire
Yeah,
straits.
yeah, yeah,
The way that I'm sensing it, like it's not. That's why I think I'm having trouble with it because it's not congruent to what my understanding of what mercy would be.
hmm
I'm just seeing to give and to receive with an empty heart, but I don't know what that would like. I know about open heart posture and a loving heart posture and a grateful heart posture, but what the hell is an empty heart posture?
right. Okay, so I just asked an AI.
Perhaps like the tube thing that you spoke about.
So check this out. I asked, what is the Hebrew word for mercy used in the Bible? Um, the most common Hebrew word for mercy is are rachamim and chesed. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but rachamim is related to the word for womb and implies deep, compassionate care and protective love, similar to what a mother has for her child. It's often used to convey God's tender mercy and compassion. The other one, chesed, is sometimes translated as mercy, but also means kindness, loving kindness, or steadfast love. It refers to covenantal loyalty and faithful, gracious love, central to many verses about God's merciful character. Which one is used in the Beatitudes? In the Beatitudes, the Greek word used is eleos, which translates to mercy. How does the Greek word eleos relate to mercy? The Greek word means mercy, compassion, or pity, describes God's attitude toward humanity. It's not just an emotion, it refers to active, compassionate intervention, love in action, where one moves to relieve the suffering or need of another. Okay. But this first the Hebrew definition was quite interesting how it's related to the word for womb. Implies deep, compassionate care and protective love, similar to what a mother has for a child.
I don't know what this empty heart is. It's like a half a heart here and it just circles like this.
Can you ask about it?
It's not it's not giving to receiving. It's giving and receiving.
Hmm.
Like there's no ties. I don't know how to explain it. It it's kind of like what you're saying about this womb thing, but it doesn't feel exactly like that because that is a humanistic approach to explain what the actual energy of it is that I'm seeing.
I'm just thinking of what I said earlier about my mom wanting to help dog owners just out of compassion for the dogs. She doesn't need anything back from it. So it's like this pure giving. And in the giving is the receiving because all she wants is for the dog to be happy.
Yeah, she's not looking to fill her heart.
Yeah.
She's just it's emptying the thing that you said about it endures. I think
I
that would be
it
the
just
most apt.
it just came to mind as well the moment before you said that.
Yeah,
It continually gives itself up. That is why it endures.
that is the best way to sum up the what I'm sensing with it, and I'm trying to like get words. But but anytime I try to get words, my mind starts thinking that oh that wouldn't be the right word. Oh no, I'm not going to get a word. So but that would be the exact energy of the frequency.
Here's the full verse. Um, this is the Tao Te Ching, verse 56. Um, those who know don't talk. Those who talk don't know. Close your mouth, block off your senses, blunt your sharpness, untie your knots, soften your glare, settle your dust. This is the primal identity. Be like the Tao. It can't be approached or withdrawn from, benefited or harmed, honored or brought into disgrace. It gives itself up continually. That is why it endures.
That would be this entire thing of the empty heart.
Great, great, great to connect those things. Um,
That's so interesting. Okay.
um, cool. Okay, next one.
Okay.
Blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God.
Unconditional love is still conditional most of the time.
Mhm. Well, by
It's
definition, no, but
by definition, no, but in action, while called as that definition.
sure. So being pure in heart, you're free of judgment. Free of judgment, you see God in all things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what I was separating before is that the idea of unconditional love feels like a condition or an obligation, which is
Yeah.
why people get twisted about what it is.
Hmm.
And I think that was just a message for me because I came up with that block immediately when I started to meditate on what the frequency would be. And I was like, no, there is no separation.
Hmm. Yep.
My mind is trying to pull me back into the semantics about conditional versus unconditional love and how the two end up actually being the same. But that is not what I'm trying to get.
So just put that thought in a little box for now.
I am going to do
Yeah.
that now then. No separation between the essence of love channeled from inward out
Hmm.
through God, through you, by you. I think it's more about what did I say? Something around
No separation. I felt like I got it just from the first thing you said.
what
Like,
did I
like it just, I don't know how I it just kind of connected in my brain like right away about like the belief in separation leads to obviously believing that we're separate and then needing to protect ourselves, which gives birth to the calculative mind, which divides. Like it gives birth to the dualistic mind, which is calculative. Like Richard Rohr talks about, the dualistic mind splits every moment in two and picks a side, judging
Which was where I
everything.
was getting stuck in with the unconditional love being
Yes,
conditional because it causes the dualism that there is conditional, therefore unconditional is also still conditional.
right. So just how the mind puts everything into boxes and make judgments about things, but ultimately everything is of God. So when you release the judgments, you're pure of heart. You're no longer judging, pure of heart, which means you see the truth, which is God is everything. So you
Hmm.
you see God in all things. That you remove all the filters between you and God, which is what all the attunements do. I am word through what I see before me. I know what you are in truth. Um, yeah, got it.
That's also kind of like the by God and by you. It's like by authored by God, but and by authored by you, but also beside, like by and
Hmm.
by at the same time. So there's this like it looks like a DNA helix
Hmm.
of like a twisted like by when I was saying something about by God and by you. I don't remember what it was, but it looked like this.
Hmm.
And it was
Co
coming from down all the way down like the coil, like a DNA.
co-creation.
Yeah, maybe. DNA.
Yeah, cool.
I
It's like
guess
this
DNA would be
struc
the ultimate co-creation.
structure of life. The
Yeah.
yeah, nice. Um, we got two more.
Okay. This is interesting because the more that I'm doing it, the I'm noticing the more I'm getting in my head about it, but then also the less I'm getting in my head about it. So it's happening both.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God.
Holding the field,
Hmm.
those who are holding the field. Holding the field is like if there's like a force field and then they're just all around the perimeter holding the field.
Hmm. So they're holding that frequency of the peace of God.
Yeah, there's like a unity within it.
Hmm.
And the peace is really just a knowing.
Knowing that they are the children of God.
The peace is a knowing of a deep peace. And that brings the knowing
Yeah.
of God somehow.
It makes me think of like, and Jesus said, like, only the Son will know the Father. It's like when you know that you are the Son. So, in other words, when you know who and what you are as a divine creation, so when you know who you are, you also know who God is. So,
Hmm.
therefore, you know that you are a son, and therefore, you also know who the Father is. It's kind of what that makes me think of.
But everyone is all participating in creating and holding the field.
I guess what they would call the sonship. A Course in Miracles talks about like the project of salvation or the atonement, which would be to bring everyone back into the sonship.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with that. I haven't read it.
Right. I mean, I only read a bit, but like all of us being sons and daughters of God, if you will, expressions of the divine, if you prefer, um, before all of us know who we are in our divinity, we are, at least in our perception, separate from God, which means
Right.
something I just read in A Course in Miracles today was like they were saying anytime you doubt your own value, remember that God Himself is incomplete without you.
Mm.
Um, so hence, like the salvation project or like the atonement, like this is like a divine project that was set into motion to bring everybody like back to the kingdom into their own realization of who they are.
Yeah, because when I was looking at it, it looks like a dome, like a bubble with all of these there that knew, and everyone else inside didn't know that they're part of like this custard dome or whatever the hell they were in. Like a jelly dome or something. Like it like they just didn't realize. But they're also there holding the frequency. And it required all, otherwise the whole thing just pops.
Mm,
So that makes a lot of sense with what you just read today.
mm.
A lot more sense, maybe.
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God. Okay, this last one is interesting. Is there anything else on that?
Just that visual.
Okay. Um, last one.
I feel like I'm getting a little bit less and less every time now. Okay, we'll see how this goes.
Blessed are they who are persecuted for the sake of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Mm, those that are contracted. It's like my words to say contracted, but
Right.
those are the chosen ones.
Mhm.
A surrender towards the betterment of the whole, greater, greater of the whole. I want to say greater of the whole, but that doesn't make any sense.
I get it.
Again, it still is to do with right action.
Yeah, I got that. It's it's like the surrender to the divine will at all costs.
Like turning over of old cells to new cells.
Like a willingness to forego even your personal safety, your reputation, all of those things.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's like anytime I try to if I mentally have a question or ask anything or want to understand it, it goes away. Like it
Okay.
drops me away from the state of it, and I'm like, oh wait, but how does moralistic programming tie into those people that might have been persecuted by right action, but then also at the same time they were still under the guise of moralistic programming and this, that, the other, and then it's just disappearing and disappearing.
Got it.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything.
But that was great. That was really cool.
Wait, I'm gonna try to switch my headphones because these are hurting my ears. I've been wearing. Okay, that's like way much better. Can you hear me?
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you read the whole Sermon on the Mount?
No, I don't think so.
It's
Is this
crazy.
the thing about Mount Sinai or something?
It's not Mount Sinai. That's where Moses was. The Sermon on the Mount is, I guess, the most famous teaching of Jesus. It's a sermon. So the Sermon on the Mount, it starts with the eight beatitudes.
Okay.
Um, so literally, blessed are the poor in spirit. That's the opening line. So like now when Jesus saw the crowds, he went up on a mountainside side and sat down. His disciples came to him and he began to teach them. He said, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. I've had this experience like there will be a line in it that I just can't get out of my head for a while. It's like almost like an attunement. Like I just can't stop thinking about it.
In the
Um,
Beatitudes?
I haven't really had that with the Beatitudes. Maybe the first line of it really stuck with me. That was kind of like that. Blessed are the poor in spirit, because I had heard Richard Rohr talking about it, and that's how I noticed this. That like every time I would think it, and especially when I said it, I just felt this like chill, like what the fuck was that? Which is what led me to this whole conversation. because I just wanted to understand it more because like especially the Beatitudes, they seem so like weird and cryptic to me, but also like so powerful. So it's like, what's going on with that? But there's other things like seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. That one was like that. I couldn't stop thinking about it. Today, I think it was today, I woke up thinking about this. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth where moths and vermin destroy and where thieves break in and steal, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven where moths and vermin do not destroy and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Because um, I was listening to Carolyn Mace and she was talking about how anything you have in it, paraphrasing here, just kind of what I got from it. I don't know exactly what she said, but basically, like, even your possessions, like, you have a couch that you're really attached to and you really love that couch.
Hmm.
Um, and your friend might come in and sit on it and put their feet up or whatever, and you're like, oh no, but they don't give a shit. For them, it's just any other couch, but this is your couch that you really love. So it's like you have this emotional attachment to something, right?
Yeah.
So that means she was saying you have put a part of your spirit into this object. It's like you have taken your energy and put it in there. That's why
Yeah.
there's this like attachment, which makes a lot of sense when it, because I talked to Corinna recently and she was talking about a lot of the things she sees in feng shui is like people still holding on to pictures of their ex and stuff like this.
Yeah.
And like there's an energy attachment and it's like those things need to be cleared out. So
Hmm.
so yeah, for some reason that phrase came to mind from Sermon on the Mount, to not store up for ourselves treasure on the earth.
Yeah.
It's that. It's our attachment to the physical world, but store up for ourselves treasures in heaven. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. And then it goes right into the lamp of the body is the eye. If thine eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. I've been thinking about that one for a while also. The lamp of the body is the eye. So it's like everything we see is what we are illuminating with our consciousness.
Yeah.
So if our eye is single, again, going back to the pure of heart, like we're not making judgments and distinctions, like all we see is God.
There no separateness.
There's no separateness if the eye is single. Some of the translations say, so this one here says, if your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But I don't think that's right.
I don't think that's it.
Another one says, if your eyes are clear, which is better. But I think if your eye is single is the best one.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
Yeah, then your whole body will be full of light.
Okay, so what are the primary keys we got here from all the Beatitudes so far then? So we did the first few because I thought they were all the same. Are the last few the same as any of the first few?
All quite different. So let's do them again. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. That is about lack of ego, essentially.
Hmm.
So you're just identified as nothing, which means you're identified as everything. You're pure light.
Right.
Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. It's about impermanence, the holy passing, coming and going of all things.
Oh, the reverence thing, yeah.
Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. It's about, was this thing, the openness.
The open energy, yeah. Opening and not forcing.
Yeah. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. Right action, obedience, harmony
Okay.
with universal law, you could say, in your expression. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. It's about the loop,
Right, okay.
giving and receiving,
The empty heart posture.
and not giving and then receiving, but it's almost like the receiving is in the giving. It's like
Yeah,
the
which is why the heart is empty.
mhm.
It's just cycling through.
Blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God. If thine eye be single, your whole body shall be full of light.
Right.
Kind of saying the same thing, I think.
I think so. And it's interesting because this one I didn't see any hearts, but the one before I saw a heart that was
I
empty.
right. So pure of heart, I feel like that's just not making judgments.
Pure of heart could also make sense with the empty heart in the previous one because
Sure.
if it is pure, there's nothing.
Hmm. But those
This
things are
one,
they're also pointing at totally different things.
yeah,
So when you're not making judgments, which means you're not looking through filters, means you see the divine in everything.
right.
Blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God.
Field integrity.
Yep. Blessed are those who are persecuted for the sake of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. It's interesting how their book ended like this, because the first one is also kingdom of heaven. Blessed are the
Yeah,
poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And then last one, blessed are those who are persecuted for the sake of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
I was just thinking that that last one makes a lot of sense because not everybody has the ability to become poor in spirit.
Yeah, like I think when you start really understanding Christianity or like Jesus is teaching through this like non-dual lens, it's like pretty fucking hardcore.
Yeah, it's super hardcore.
Yeah, it's like the real deal, which is actually what's kind of cool about Christianity because it's like useful at every level of understanding.
Yeah.
It will like point you in the right direction, even if you don't really get it. You know?
Well, even if you don't really get it, um, it tries its best to get you there.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of when Jordan Peterson said that if you're dumb or if you're stupid or something like that, if you're dumb, the best thing you better find is Christianity.
I would totally agree with that. I've had that same thought.
Gives you just like the guidelines of like, okay, you can't figure out or discern how to be or what to be, but maybe this guidelines, even through the moralistic perspective, is going to be better than nothing.
Right. So this was kind of previously what's my beef with Christianity is like, why is this so fucking cryptic, and like weird and so dense? And what's with all
Mm-hmm.
these like, yeah, there's some like if you squint hard enough, you can sort of make out these deep eternal truths in it that says a lot of the same things as all the other ancient spiritual teachings, but like what the fuck? Like the Bible is so fucking weird.
Yeah,
And
it's
like
super weird.
so deep and cryptic. It's like the deepest book I've ever encountered. You have to think about each verse for like several months to even start to get the gist of what they're trying to say. Um, like that's how it's been with me. Like I will get one of these phrases or words in my head and like I'm like I get stuck on it and I just keep thinking about it. The first one was Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And it's like it's so weird how it's written because it like makes sense. Like especially after studying manifestation and all of this stuff for so many years, it's like, oh, I can kind of see what that's pointing to, but like, why are they saying it like that?
This is giving me a quote that I had that I was Here,
Mm.
let me send you this link. That one is speaking exactly of what you just said. And this has been floating around in my head for years.
Okay, let me read it. So this is King James. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God, and are become such as have need of milk, and not of strong meat. For every one that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. But strong meat belongeth to them that are full of age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. Yeah, this is what we're talking about.
Milk
Uh,
is for babes and meat is for men.
yeah, so that's kind of what I was gonna say is like, let's say you're God and you want to make a book. You want to create a book that is useful to the widest range of people. Like, if anybody on earth picked this thing up, it would be helpful to them on some level and would
Yeah.
bring them in the right direction. I think what you end up with is the Bible. I think it's very unique in that way.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you try to, because I'm just doing all this marketing stuff now. It's like trying to write for the maximum level of audience, but also having little like Easter eggs and cryptic things within. So then the people that get it, and the people that
Hmm.
don't, it's fine because they'll still get something.
Hmm.
It's like lyrics with extreme depth.
Yeah, right. And I mean, that's also like a Jesus thing for that he would say, like, for those w with the ears to hear, may they hear. For those with the
Yeah,
eyes to see. Yeah, it's weird and it's cool. And I think you could study it for a lifetime and still
I
not
think
really
there's
get it.
people that do study it for a
They
lifetime.
do, they do.